Are we really?
We are.
Now we are. Everyone missed the whole clean and jerk discussion, though, so
Yeah,
that's on CJ.
they're lost.
That's on CJ.
What? I tried to.
Yeah, you tried.
I hit the button as fast
Tried
as I could.
failed.
Okay, so I'm drinking a nighttime Neocitrin, so we got about 20 minutes. Let's get this thing going.
Oh shit!
Oh, Greg's got a little sleepy time tea.
Pass out on camera.
It's gonna get interesting.
Do they have sleepy time peace tea?
They should.
Yeah, see?
They really should. Hello and welcome to episode 784 of the Player One Podcast for Tuesday, November 16th, 2021. I'm your host, Chris Johnston, and with me, as always, from Canada is Mr. Greg Seward.
Hello.
How's it going there, sir?
I have been at the hockey rink all day.
Well,
Yeah.
you
About
are
7 o'clock this
Canadian.
morning. Yep,
Playing to the stereotype, aren't you?
pretty much.
Stop
That's
at Tim
just a
Hortons on
thing.
the way.
That's just a thing the Canadians say.
I was on the phone with some clients this week,
Yeah.
and I actually said, like, I have to send this email to you. I'm gonna have to do that after I pick up my son from hockey practice. And they were all like, "That's the most Canadian thing I've ever heard."
Did you say sorry after that?
Oh, we just do it in general. You can't. It's hard to keep it out of your conversation.
I understand.
Even when it's not warranted.
Mhm. And joining me from the great state of Washington, Mr. Phil Theobald.
That's me. I'm Phil. How are you?
How are you, sir?
I'm fine. Thank you for asking.
No problem.
Yeah, I'm having a lovely Sunday here.
Me too. It's nice
Still.
and rainy, nice and cool outside.
It's been very. They didn't
nice.
warn me when I moved to Seattle these many years ago that I'd be experiencing a fair bit of rain, but it turns out that is the case.
I like it. I like it.
We had a little thunder and lightning the other night.
Oh yeah, did you?
I mean, we did. I don't know if
I love that CJ's asking as though he doesn't live in the same place.
It's true.
But there was no thunder and lightning.
I mean, it was late. It was late night. It was late. You might have been.
It was past Betty time for CJ.
Yeah, you might have been tucked out.
My
in
sleepy
bed.
time.
It was
I'm an old man. I go to bed early.
It was around about
the youngest
midnight.
person here.
Yeah, I know. I still go to bed early though.
My goodness! After you watch Fallon, you just roll over.
Not
and,
after that either.
Do people watch Fallon?
I mean, someone has
does.
to.
Yeah.
Right? He's still on the air.
It's true.
Someone's watching.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm here. That's it.
I watched that Free Guy movie this week.
What'd you think?
Yeah.
I really liked it. I thought it was fun.
I met the star of that movie.
I've heard that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. The same. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's good.
Yeah,
say sorry
highly
a lot?
recommend it. Yeah.
I haven't had a chance to watch it yet, so
Highly
no
recommend
opinion.
it.
Very
It's
nice.
fun.
Our
It's a fun movie.
now Micah helped out on that, right?
Yes.
I think
Yeah,
he did.
yeah. Our buddy Mike was like a video game accuracy
Mhm.
consultant kind
Yep.
of role in that movie. Yeah, very good.
Yep.
So did he do a good job?
Oh,
Were all
great
the
job.
Video
Yeah.
game references were accurate.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, good.
A lot of fun references, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So highly recommend it. If you get
Okay.
the chance, watch it. That's a Player One guarantee. You can watch it.
That'll be on the Blu-ray cover. There'll be a little starburst when that hits physical media.
P1P guarantee.
I watched.
Watch this. It's a movie.
I watched Shang-Chi.
So
Oh,
did
yeah?
On Friday because that was the first day it showed up on Disney Plus. So what do you think of it, Gregory?
I enjoyed it way more than I thought I would from the trailer.
Yeah, same
Boy,
here.
the trailers sucked in that for that.
I enjoyed it quite a bit.
Yeah,
I thought it was
felt
a lot
it
of
kind
fun.
of dragged a little bit in the middle, but
Yeah, there were-
overall enjoyed it.
There were a couple parts where it got a little exposition dumpy.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like,
Oh.
hey, Shang-Chi, why don't you go for a walk with me? And I'm just going to explain the plot to you.
I
just
was
gonna
yeah,
what
pretty
happens.
much.
Yeah.
It's
But
like, so here's what's happened up until now,
exactly.
and here's
Yeah.
what you need to know.
Yeah.
I will say I was ready to not like Aquafina in that movie. I thought she
Yeah.
was great.
No, yeah, she was good in it.
She really she made an interesting character.
Yeah.
And I really enjoy that the hero's love interest just look like a normal person and not like a supermodel. It's a nice touch.
Right. There's some little cameos that I'm not going to spoil it because
Yep.
there were some cameos
Mhm.
like, and I'm hesitant to call them cameos because they were, you know, in the movie for a considerable chunk of time, that
Mhm.
people showing up in that movie that I did not expect to show up, that I was
Well,
quite
again,
delighted
and I
by.
think, I mean, part of that's just good writing, but again, the trailer sucked for that movie.
Mm.
I
Yeah.
was not prepared for the movie based on the trailers.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, it's a good time.
I
Good
wouldn't
time
call it
movie.
like one of the greatest Marvel movies ever or anything like that, but
Yeah.
definitely a
Let's get some
good time.
solid
Good time.
solid action sequences.
Some good fighting. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
good stuff.
That's P1 guarantee as well. You should also watch that.
Sure.
Sure, why not?
You know what?
Watch
Watch it at the same time you're watching Free Guy.
Mm.
So we call that
Dual
a twofer.
screen.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Stack your TVs one on top of the other for the true 3DS experience.
That's right.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right, let's get into some video game news. So last week,
Mhm.
Grand Theft Auto remasters came out.
Yeah.
GTA 3,
yeah,
Vice City,
boy.
and San Andreas.
Yep.
So
Some of
that
the music
happened.
did get cut, so there were some
Mhm.
things like that. But
It's
that
funny
didn't
how
end
that's
up
not
being
what
the
anyone's
biggest.
talking about.
That's not the biggest
sounds-
story.
Sounds like this
Sorry,
game's got more faults than San Andreas over here. Hey! Ho!
Oh,
Ho! Hey! What do you think about that?
it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
They've had a lot of problems, a lot of graphical glitches.
It is
More-
ugly.
More faults than San Andreas, you could say.
Yes,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I heard the joke the 1st
Mhm,
time,
mhm.
Phil.
That's the rule of three, so that could come back at the end for the old wraparound.
Okay. And apparently Rockstar's PC launcher is
Mhm.
down, and people who bought it on PC via that launcher can't play it. Haven't been able to play it.
Whoops.
So there's that.
Like inadvertently the
And,
luckiest people in the group.
Well, except they're out $60. They paid
Yeah.
$60 for the privilege of not having to
The
play
second
those.
luckiest people in the group.
Yeah.
Hmm. So yeah, a lot of problems with this release.
It
Some
yeah,
calling
I
it
mean,
this year's Cyberpunk.
it really feels like, sadly, although I feel like we all kind of knew this, they just didn't spend any money on it. Any real money on it.
Why would they?
Why would they? And you know, the sad part is, of course, that they've made more money than you could even imagine with Grand Theft Auto 5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And all three of these games were massive hits. So they've all
Mhm.
got tons of profit tied to all three of them. And yeah, boy, they just cheaped out as hard as they could on this re-release, when I think that they probably could have, at the very least, just hired some people or allocated some people to maybe just, hey, let's redraw all the textures in the game and release them that way. And they still would have made a bundle of money.
Yeah.
But
But not as big of a bundle. And really,
yeah.
that's the
Well,
important part.
It's sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not great.
So some of the things like fog is missing in the game, which makes a lot of the things really evident. A lot of the problems really evident. Some of the faces have that problem that you remember that Assassin's Creed remaster that had that one guy that became a meme.
Oh, where you could see
Where
the
you-
inside of his face?
Well, no, there was that, but I'm talking about a remaster where it was
Oh.
like this weird face. Anyway, there are a lot of faces like that in the GTA.
There's that great
remasters.
video of when you're riding the four-wheeler as CJ. Where
CJ
they just have a
the-
close-up of his
the
face.
character.
No, not this CJ. It's CJ
No,
the character,
no.
yeah.
The cool
There's a
CJ.
close-up of his face. It's
Yeah.
pretty hilarious.
What? I'm cool.
It's too bad. Three
Yeah.
great
Yeah.
games. It's too
It
bad.
Like weather effects, stuff like rain, where then if the camera pans over water, the rain just disappears. Like it's just a lot of weird
Wow.
stuff going on.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. See if they address any of these. But
This wouldn't have happened if with a Bully remake. I'll tell you that much. They would have done that proper.
You think?
Yeah, because they know where their bread is buttered.
Yeah, in the GTA series,
In the Bully factory.
they're
good game. They're good game. Bully.
No.
Bully's good.
Yeah, Bully's great.
I
So
never played it. What's it like?
Oh man.
Oh well, we're doing a game club soon, so you'll have a chance to play it
Right
then.
on that. Okay. Yeah. All right. Well,
Yeah.
we have some delays to talk about.
Okay.
Phil,
comes.
you might want to
Here
sit
comes.
down for this
Okay.
because the play date
Uh-huh.
has been delayed into 2022. They're having problems sourcing batteries. Getting batteries.
I hate
Play
you.
date. More like play at a later date.
There it is.
It'd be great if you hadn't tweeted that out earlier this week and ruined the
A+.
magic.
What are you talking about? Just thought of that
A+.
right off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also,
Tell you
the
what,
Steam
that
Deck.
release schedule has more faults than San Andreas.
I don't think that works.
Steam Deck delayed into 2022 as well, so not going to be shipping
Right.
people right away. So
You know what?
apparently, it's hard to make video game systems in 2021.
Well, the supply shortages,
Yes, supply
shipping
constraints.
delays and such.
Hacker Alias Psychedelicide actually has a better name, which was just the Play Late.
Oh,
That's a better one. Yeah, that's way better.
I don't get it.
Yeah, I know you don't.
It seems a little forced. I don't know. I canceled my Steam Deck order.
Did you really?
did you?
I had that.
You had the
pre-ordered it.
$5 down.
Yes, I had my $5 down.
I still have my $5 down.
And a month ago, maybe. This is before the delay was announced, but I got
ran into
thinking,
Gabe on the elevator, and
Yep.
He
And
was
I
like, "Listen, I got some inside baseball for you.
what do you got for me?
You should cancel that."
What do you got for me,
I'm gonna
GN?
I tell you, you might want to cancel your Steam Deck pre-order
GN.
because
Yeah.
we're about to announce Steam Deck 2.
Oh
Yeah.
my
That's
gosh.
Phil
That's
calls
right.
him money for short.
Yeah.
Announcing
What's
the
up,
sequel
money?
before
What's
the
up, G
original
Money?
comes out.
And he calls me Philbo T Baggins. So it's we have a fun
But
relationship.
the weird thing is that, of course, Valve has been working from home since the beginning of the pandemic. So then the next question was what Phil was doing at Gabe's house.
Yeah.
Running into him
Yeah.
at the
You-
office.
You were supposed to be out of town for the weekend. G Money.
Yeah. So you canceled it.
I did. Well, you know what? Because I had the big one.
No, they're all small. They're
pre-ordered.
handheld. They're not big.
Yeah.
That's the whole point.
They're all the same size.
Oh well, maybe this was the problem then.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the one they showed me was quite substantial. Now the what is it, like $700 one?
Scott here.
The the large memory storage capacity one.
Uh-huh.
And I in a uncharacteristic moment of clarity, I realized,
You decided to not spend money?
am I going to actually
That
play
is
this
uncharacteristic.
enough to justify
Phil,
$700?
Your rampant consumerism apparently has
It's kind of a
limits.
it's
Who
kind of a
knew?
thing. Yeah.
Who
Well, then
knew?
I was like, I could just get another Unicron.
I was going to say, think of
And-
the toys and Lego I could buy with
You
that
know?
$700.
They could kiss, one in planet
That's a
form. the
weird
other
place
one-
for that to go.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's
Do they
getting
have? Does he
steamy.
have lips that you can
over-
manipulate? Or
He does have a movable jaw. He has a
so French kiss then?
baby.
Ah.
The French champagne. Yes,
It's getting steamy
Little-
in Phil's Transformers lounge.
yes,
champagne.
yes. The
Oh.
French champagne. It's an Orson Welles joke.
Orson Welles.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
'Cause he was the
No.
it made sense. But
guess.
so I decided I probably would not play with my Steam Deck enough to warrant a $700
See,
purchase.
that's actually the main reason. The main reason that I was even interested in one is when they announced the dock as well,
right.
because it would make it easier to stream PC games.
Oh yeah, that's
which
true.
Actually, is something I'm interested in,
Right,
but not for $700.
Right. Well, couldn't you? What's
like
the
900
cheapest?
Canadian? But I don't know, more than I was willing to pay.
Okay.
And not because it's overpriced, just it's I have a computer that'll play those games, and it wasn't a good enough reason for me to spend that kind of money.
Right. It is just not
So
not something you need specifically.
right, just something I would like.
Right. And wouldn't we all like things?
I like things.
Things, sure. Yeah, why
things
not?
are great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. The Gunk.
That's
You remember this game, The Gunk?
It's the Ooze.
Oh, I thought we were talking about the stuff.
The classic
Which
horror
is-
movie about killer ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
Developer.
More like shaving cream.
But I mean, you ate
Form.
it.
It was
That
more
the
like
whole
yogurt.
point.
It was like Greek
I know, but
yogurt.
it looked like shaving.
Oh,
Who knew what
well,
Greek yogurt was back then?
Yeah, nobody knew what Greek
That
yogurt
doesn't make
was.
any
In like,
sense.
what was it, like 86 or something?
They got to do a remake where it's Greek yogurt.
The Greeks
knew
hadn't even invented yogurt by then,
The fanciest you could get with yogurt was the fruit on the bottom kind,
right?
in 86.
Yeah, we were living
where
large.
you got to stir it before you
Try
eat
not
it.
to slop it over the side of the container while you're stirring it up.
Exactly.
Who liked that?
Damn right.
Me. But
yeah.
But what about
anyway,
the
the
stuff?
Gunk? The Gunk.
Ooze.
Okay. The Ooze.
The Ooze. Yeah.
No.
Coming out in
Genesis
December.
Classic.
The Gunk
is the Gunk?
Yeah, I have no idea what the
The
Gunk
Gunk
is.
is this
shall
some kid's toy or
be released.
That's GAC.
No, Image Inform, the people who
Garbo
did,
is coming.
Steam World games.
Everyone
remember
says
those?
the Gunk this and the Gunk that. What about Worship this and Jericho that?
That's pretty good.
Steam
Remember The
World.
Simpsons was on.
remember
Image
that?
what is Image Inform? I've never heard of these people.
Yes, you have.
Image Inform. They do the Steam World Dig games that you
don't-
love, apparently.
Don't know what those are.
Anyway, the Gunk is a new game from them, and it's coming out on the Xbox
Yeah, okay.
and on December 16th. So coming out soon.
Okay.
The Gunk
What do we-
shall hit the Xbox December 16th.
Oh, I
As
get it.
well,
But it's
as
a
there's a new
Steam World game, right? Like it's the
no, the Gunk
No?
is not a
Okay.
Steam World game. However, they did announce a new Steam World game
What's the new
called
Steam World?
Headhunter.
Steam World Gunk. Oh.
Is it called Steam World Headhunter?
Yes.
Okay. I didn't hear
And-
about this. Is it
That got announced in a teaser as part of their little Thunderful presentation.
what kind of game is it?
It's a third person
Okay.
cooperative action adventure game.
Okay.
That's all they've said.
Is it like It Takes Two?
To make a thing go right.
I don't know.
That
I don't know,
game?
actually.
That's a co-op action game, right?
They didn't say. Yeah.
Okay.
They didn't say specifically.
Okay. Is that the hot
Just
new
Showed off
indie
a
genre?
teaser.
Co-op.
Cooperative,
co-op third-person action games?
maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. Who knows?
Well, I hope it's good.
I hope it's good too.
I do love me the Steam World Dig games and
Yes.
Steam World Heist. While not my bag, it's not my kind of game. It seemed like it was a good
Yeah.
game of that ilk.
Yeah.
So
Steam World Quest.
yeah, I didn't really get into Steam World Quest.
Didn't really get into that either.
Yeah, but boy,
But
the
Dig and
games,
Dig 2
forget it.
Are
Yikes.
great.
My gosh, I love those games.
Yes. All right. There's a rumor that 1 versus 100 is coming back.
Ooh.
Cool.
Remember 1 versus 100?
That was a good time.
Not
Yes.
only in game show form, but on the Xbox 360 as a live game show.
Yes.
Coming back, apparently.
It was a good time. I really
What do you
enjoyed
think?
it when it was a thing. Yeah, it was sad when it got shut down.
Yeah, it was sad.
That's all I have to say about it.
I don't think I ever actually played it.
I played it a couple of times back in the
Oh,
day,
yeah?
but I wasn't.
Oh, I mean, I'm
Not
not.
much into
Yeah, I wasn't losing sleep over it when it got shut
No.
down. Let me
No.
be clear. But it was
Yeah.
it was a nice time waster. You could jump into a game really quick, and they didn't take very long. And
Yeah,
so yeah,
okay.
cool.
true.
It was kind of back when it came out. and after playing it for a while, it's like, oh, I hope this is sort of more like this to come. You know what I mean? Like we'll see more of this sort of thing, and it never really
Mhm.
happened. So
Online
hopefully-
service
yeah,
quiz games. It kind
Yeah.
of became a thing on mobile for a little while.
I'm not talking about mobile.
Well, yeah.
Jeez, wow. Shut that down real quick.
Yikes. But anyway, yeah.
Ooh.
Okay. Jeez. Hit a nerve there.
Is Bob Saget in it?
I would assume no.
Lame.
Tiger.
No,
that?
not that Bob Saget.
Tiger. Uppercut.
Different one.
No, that's his brother.
And hey, there's a rumor because
Uh-huh.
Microsoft is having a little 20th.
We got a little
anniversary.
Quarterman section going on here today.
Mhm.
I am
Yeah.
appreciating this.
And so if it's anything like the one CJ used to write,
He's just making this
the
up.
challenge for the audience will be which one
No.
of these did he make up?
I didn't make up any.
Hot rumors from
Of these.
Quarterman himself, ladies and
Yep.
gentlemen. What other video game podcast gives you that?
That's right.
Yeah.
Can't get it anywhere else but Player One.
Yep.
All right. So Microsoft is having a little 20th anniversary of the Xbox event tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And there are a couple things that people have been talking about in that.
years.
One is that the backwards compatibility list for the Xbox Series X and S
Mm-hmm.
is going to get bigger. Like more classic games are going to be added to
Oh, yeah.
backwards
That'd be nice.
compatibility.
I did see some older games that people had installed mysteriously had updates.
Yes.
Yeah.
And who knows what that could be. I guess we'll find out soon enough.
Full emulation.
And
You'll just be able to put old Xbox discs right in your Series X and it'll work, no matter what it is.
That would be nice, wouldn't it?
It'd be so great.
Yeah.
does
It's
it-
not going to happen.
Is that not how that works?
I'm just saying
For
it's you're gonna
back to back
further it.
games?
It's gonna, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying what you said. It was just more exciting the way I said it.
Okay.
Hmm.
And then there's a rumor that the Halo Infinite multiplayer game, because multiplayer is going to be free to play in Halo Infinite. The rumor is it's going to be released tomorrow. Shadow
Oh.
dropped.
That'd be a hell of a shadow drop.
Although there has
Yeah,
been
really.
some conflicting reports that that was might have been the original plan that's now not happening.
Or
So
how much of this is the internet doing what it does, which is taking what everyone wishes for, and suddenly there's some sort of credence to the rumor.
Yeah.
I
Well,
want
that
this
could be as
really badly, so it might happen.
Well, as long as everyone gets very, very angry at Microsoft when it
Right.
doesn't happen.
I have an
Well, you
uncle that
know
works at
that's-
Xbox, and
Yeah.
he says
Mhm.
That's how it's going to.
this might happen,
down.
but maybe not.
yeah.
The internet's going to hope that it's true. They're going to watch the little 20th anniversary thing. It's
They
not going to
congratulate
happen.
themselves on being right, or get really
Yeah.
angry at Microsoft for being wrong.
That's right. Yeah.
I
So
love the internet.
I guess we'll see what happens. But we
Mhm.
could be playing Halo as early as tomorrow. We'll see.
Well, you could be playing Halo. I don't want to play Halo multiplayer. Why? To
Yeah.
feel bad about myself? I feel bad about myself already. That's my sort of basic resting pulse. I feel good about myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, for that you have to wait till December 8th.
That's okay because
When the
Forza
campaign
Horizon
comes
5
out.
just came out. So
That's true too, and we'll talk about that in a second. But
Wow.
so
shut
the
that one
next
down.
generation consoles, PS5 and Xbox Series, have been out now for a year.
Yeah.
What do we think of the first year of these consoles compared to?
I can't believe
other-
people still can't find them for sale.
Yeah.
I know
That's the really crazy part.
that is, yeah.
It almost feels like this generation hasn't really started in earnest yet, just because they're so hard to find and because so many games are coming out on like PS5, but also PS4.
Yeah, they're
You know?
hedging.
Yeah. It really just
There is that.
it doesn't feel like it's started yet.
But remember that first year or two of PS4 where it was like, here's a bunch of remasters and here's a couple exclusive games. It kind of feels like that, right?
No, I don't think so. I don't think it's quite that bad. I mean, and I do see what Phil's saying, but at the same time, just based on the experiences of playing the games that were made for these two consoles, I mean, they do feel new. They feel,
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah.
much better than like something like a Ratchet and Clank.
oh
or,
yeah. I mean,
you know,
yeah,
Well, and the thing
or-
I have loved more than anything about these new consoles is that load time is practically nothing.
Yeah,
now.
that's nice.
Mhm.
That's really nice. I didn't realize how much I would care about that until we got these consoles. It's like, wow, I'm just jumping right into these games. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Quick resume.
Mm.
Fantastic
Yep.
feature. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've been enjoying it, but I still can't believe that people can't find these things.
Can't find them.
It feels
Yeah.
like the Wii. It really reminds me of the Wii more than anything else. Remember, because I mean, it was years after the Wii came out. You'd see lines around EB when there was a rumor that they had some consoles for sale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, back
Yeah,
when
and
people went to EB to buy things.
There are rumors that some online site is going to have them that day, and
For
people
5
freak
minutes.
out for 5 minutes. Yeah, exactly. Then all the bots pick them up, and everybody's still sad. Anyway, all right, let's just get into what you've been playing, Greg. What do you got for us?
Nothing.
Nothing. Not playing
No,
anything.
I'm just kidding. Forza Horizon 5. That's what
Yeah,
I've been playing.
it's out.
Came out on Game Pass last week, and early release the week before that.
The weekend
Boy,
before,
that's
yeah.
pretty. Talking about games that feel next gen.
Hmm.
Whoo!
This one.
It is pretty. Have either of you played it?
Not yet.
Yeah. I've been playing it.
I've downloaded it. So, but I just
You're
That's the first
halfway
step,
there.
Phil.
Yep, I'm doing it.
That's the first step.
I couldn't figure out what to do next. So
You launch it.
I gotta look at, oh, okay.
Well,
I
at
was
this
gonna
point,
look up a
probably
fact.
patch it. But
I was gonna dig up the game facts and see what.
oh,
they
you don't
had to
need a
say.
fact for this game.
Oh, really?
No. This game is constantly telling you what to do next,
Oh,
almost
good.
to the point that it's too much.
Wow.
It is.
Um,
I had a problem with I don't know if it was just my game or what, but you use the little GPS assistant to like tell you or like guide you to the next race.
By the
whatever you
way,
wanna do.
Anna is the name of the assistant, and boy,
Anna.
does she ever make me miss my Connect.
Oh yeah,
Well, just because the first time they used her, if you had a Connect
Mm-hmm.
connected to your system, you could just
Oh.
call out
you just say it.
commands
Yeah.
and it would work. It's like you'd be like, "Hey Anna, take me to the next race or something, or the nearest event," and she would just set a waypoint and you would go.
Oh.
It was great.
Now you have to.
That might
press
still
a
have that
button on
feature.
the controller.
It might still, well, not just a button. You have to go to the map and
No, you don't have to go to the map.
Oh, see, I don't know that,
For
but
that
anyway,
feature.
it might work. It might work with the microphone too. I have no idea.
Yeah.
But I just
Press
remember
down on the
having the
D-pad, and that calls up Anna, and you have 3 choices of what to do.
Okay.
Accolades, what's new this season, and I want to race. And
Hmm.
whenever I select accolades, she comes back and tells me, "Oh, I found something on the map for you," but there's no GPS directions whatsoever.
Hmm.
So it's like,
The
what?
game's buggy. The game's very buggy.
Seems a little
Um,
buggy.
It's not.
And then I also
it's not
tried to unlock the
disastrously so.
DeLorean. So there's
Oh, yeah?
a weekly challenge or whatever that one of the unlocks is the DeLorean from 82 or whatever. And I really wanted to unlock that car.
Does it have cocaine in all the body panels, or
No. I really wanted to unlock it. So you have to do it by gaining season points. So I'm
Oh,
like,
good.
okay, like look up what those are.
look up
And
what those are?
I have to like, okay, one of the weekly challenges is to buy the Nissan GTR 2017 and do a bunch of races with it. So I did that. I got no season points. What the hell? Like it's not advancing at all. And this car is only gonna be around for 4 days in this challenge. So I went to the auction house and bought it for 96,000 or 98,000 credits instead. Instead of actually doing the unlock, I just bought it.
So I will say, turning this game on and starting up the campaign for the first time, this game has a hell of an intro. It's really,
It does.
it's real. I mean, it's fully interactive. You're racing, but it's kind of cool because, and it's all super over the top, which is fine. It's Forza Horizon. It's supposed to be, and like you're doing the whole like Fast and Furious thing where you're dropping cars out of the back of a plane on parachutes. But you're like in each one. So it's like, the first one that the first time it drops you down, you're like on a mountainside of an active volcano. And like driving through there, and then it drops you into like I think a jungle that goes into a dirt race, and then the next one drops a supercar onto the highway, and then it's you driving to the festival. And it's all. You remember the last trailer that they showed where it looked super choreographed? It's all from that intro. You turn a corner and these cars are coming in from every side and they're all joining the race, and it's very cool. It's very exciting. Gets you going for the game. And yeah, I mean, it's I think right off the bat, I like it a lot more than 4, just from the standpoint of Mexico is a much more interesting locale than the UK was for this. I mean, I've been driving over gigantic sand dunes in the desert, and I've been up in the mountains and through the jungles, and it's just like this is and through like little towns as well, and it's really great on the coastline. So really enjoying that aspect of it. And I will say that after about 3 hours of gameplay, we're very much back into a lot of the things that kind of turned me off in Forza Horizon 4, which I was mentioning earlier. Like you get, at first there's a bit of guidance, go do these events, and sort of, if you look at your map, it's sort of expanding out a little bit. And then you get to, I forget what it's called. I think it's just an adventure or something like that, where you're going to the next locale, right? And like they dress it up by you're following a dude in a plane and you're going through through a storm, and it looks great. It's a lot of fun. Then for some reason you stop at like some Incan ruins or something and have to do like a scavenger hunt to take pictures in this little area, which I felt was kind of a weird way to slow down progress. But then you go and you finish that, and it's like, okay, this was all cool, and I was really, really on board. And then then I see like, oh, and here's your first house. I'm like, oh no, here we go. And then from that point on, it's like every minute, one of the many characters who I'm not even keeping track of at this point, because there are different characters for every different type of event, basically, say, hey, Greg, I have something new for you to do here, or here, or here, or here. And you look at your map, and it's just, again, a vomit. It's been vomited over with all these different icons, which I know and I get is one of the things that people love about this, and they're really leaned into it. 4, clearly it worked. My youngest plays this game, and she's exactly the audience that they're aiming for, because she's even said, like, I don't even like doing the races. She just likes driving around. So she has this huge open map, and everything's open, and she has all these cars, and she's getting a lot out of it. But it's kind of, for me, is doing that same thing where a sense of progression has been sacrificed for go do whatever you want, which is not necessarily what I'm looking for.
Well, there's that, and then also they add to the map a bunch of community challenges and races that people made up, which is just like, I don't really want to see those necessarily. You can filter them out, luckily, but yeah.
One of the things I really did like that they did, that I hope continues, is like it's not a barn find, but it's have you done this where you find the Volkswagen? Anyway, you know what a barn find is in Forza Horizon, right?
I know what a barn find is.
So the first one that was like that was about finding this old Volkswagen.
Oh yeah,
that one of the characters, I think her grandfather owned it or something. It was a rumor, and it's like, okay. And like you go get it, and normally the way the barn finds work, and they do work this way in this game, is you find the car, and then you after X number of, I don't know, time or events that you complete, I don't know which it is that triggers it, they've restored the car, and then it's added to your garage. But with this one, it was like, okay, now you're going to drive the truck to transport this thing. But then it kicked off like this whole sort of mini campaign with the Volkswagen, and they would modify it based on what you wanted. And even cooler beyond that was that it had not branching paths, but it's like, it would open 2 events at a time, but you'll need to do one to advance this little campaign. Okay. Where it's like, you can go for this, one of these things is a speed trap. Like, just go as fast as you can through the speed trap. Or if you like drifting, there's a drift event over here. Right. And it's like, do one or the other, and then if that was the second event, and then you get to the third event. You know what I mean? Like, so I really enjoyed that actually a lot, because one of the things I find with the Forza Horizon games is, again, in that mad rush to give you everything, you end up unlocking a bunch of cars
Yeah.
that you probably don't use.
Correct.
You know what I mean? I know that's how it's worked for me. And so having it be like, no, here's a new car, and let's give you a reason to use it, over a series of like 10 events. I really like that. I hope there's more of it in the game, because it's a really nice touch. So
yeah. I find while playing the game, I mean, it's great that it's open world, you can do anything. I would like a little more structure. I would
big
like to
time.
say the game to say, hey, if you want to progress and unlock the next thing, go here or do this. It doesn't do that at all. So,
and then what I found is like 3 or 4 hours in, I unlocked what feels like it should have been the final event in the game, because it was like a 15-minute race around the map, which is actually how they ended the first game. The first Horizon was exactly how it ended. So and I felt like, oh, so did I just do the ultimate event? Like, was that it? Because even like the commentary even says like, this is the longest Forza Horizon event ever created. It's the most amazing thing ever, and it's a race around the outside of the map,
right?
Which was cool. But
Well,
it's
there are a
like
couple of
there's
those
still
things that are
300
like
events on my map that I haven't even touched yet.
there are a couple of those that are like online events, community events, where one of them's called the Tour, and maybe this is the one that you did,
Maybe
where
it's the same thing. It
it's the
wasn't an online
longest.
event, but it might be the same thing.
Yeah, where basically you join up with 6 other players and race around the map, the entire map.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have to start using Anna more in this, because I am enjoying it, and I mean it is fun to have an excuse to just go and race, and there's a lot of great events.
I have
but
been
it just
using Anna, but I don't know, like the game like brings up this map and gives you like 6 different events, like Baja and Apex and the main event and all this stuff, and it's like I don't really know which am I unlocking more races in one particular area or another? I don't know.
right.
But it's fun. Like the game has a crazy sense of speed, and some of the showcase events that they have you do. One of them in particular has you in like a dune buggy against these sort of monster trucks.
Oh, cool.
That is super cool, and they have that event in particular. And I think I did one other showcase event that was very similar. Have that feeling of that intro to the game,
which is what they should have. I mean,
it's very cinematic, and there are
Yeah.
moments where everything sort of syncs up and things happen in front of you, and it's great.
Yeah. So, but again, I get, it's funny because one of the days that I was playing it, your best friend Mike's best friend Jim was here checking it out, and he's even older than us, and he had made a comment about how every now and then you feel like we're kind of aging out for AAA games, because it's just and then we're playing this, and it really reminded me of like Forza Horizon did this really well originally, and like the Call of Duty games used to do this fantastically as well, where it's like they've always done a great job of giving you small rewards constantly, consistently, like every few minutes it's like, I've unlocked this and I've seen that, and even when you're driving around the map, and things like where they've integrated the online leaderboards, where it's like you discovered a new road.
Yeah.
And now I've uncovered 152 roads. Oh, CJ's uncovered 154 because he's the next person on my list that I'm gonna, try to catch and pass. And all that stuff's great. But it's like in the last couple of games now, it feels like I'm getting a pellet even when I'm not hitting the feeder bar. You know what I mean? Like it just there's this overwhelming amount of information coming at me at all times, and I just want to say like, shut up and let me drive, please.
Yeah.
But again, that's me. I think more me being a cranky old man than anything. I realize they're trying to remove all barriers to every aspect of the game right up front, so you can just go do whatever you want. But it just makes it feel a little bit aimless.
And you can use that Anna thing to get you to the next race, and if you want to, like that will keep you on a sort of linear path. You don't have to look at that map if you don't want to.
Right. Yeah, I should start doing that.
Yeah. D-pad down, Greg.
D-pad down.
D-pad down.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
What did you have anything else?
No, that was really it. I took the week off from streaming because of Extra Life, so that's and I was kind of looking forward to doing that. So that's what I was playing all week.
Nice.
Like
All
I
right.
said, really enjoying it, but yeah, it's definitely got bits and pieces of Forza 4 that I wasn't as crazy about. But the setting is helping.
Oh yeah.
Mexico is a much more interesting locale, so that's good.
Yeah. Phil,
Yes.
what do you got for us?
Well, I was playing a lot of the new Forza game.
Mm-hmm.
So let me
What'd you
tell
think
you a
of
bit
it?
about that. You get to drive a lot, which that's fun.
Okay, good.
There you
Good
go.
talk.
Thank you.
Good talk.
No,
Yeah.
what I haven't played too much this week. I just got busy this week and didn't have much of a chance to play things, but I played a bit more Guardians. Have
How
not
far are you
finished
now?
it yet. Haven't finished it yet.
You guys gotta finish this game.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Spoilers?
We'll get there. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Or I forget what happened. I'm old, you know.
Well, you know what you do? You just go back into the game and read Star-Lord's little
That's
journal.
true, actually.
Because the journal's great.
You know, they actually automatically take you to that screen after the credits roll.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, so you can read the whole thing.
Oh, nice. That's very cool. But spoilers for Guardians of the Galaxy.
There are credits.
Well, I don't know. I
Haven't
haven't
seen
gotten to
them.
that part yet. But I'm back on nowhere. I've gone into
Okay.
Drax's mind. Drax succumbed to the promise,
Mm-hmm.
and Mantis psychically took us into his mind,
Yeah.
so we could save him. We could free him from the false promises.
Can I say another character? And I said this about Drax last week and
What was
Rocket as well. Boy, do I love Mantis in this game.
She's great,
Heck
right?
yeah.
She's so great.
Yeah.
She became
So
my
great.
favorite character through the course of the game.
Very different than the MCU version.
Yes.
I'm assuming closer to the comic version.
I just guessed
I'm
that
guessing.
on everything in this game. Yeah.
I know, right? But no, she's great. Yeah, and going through that level or that section of the game where she's controlling Drax, where she's kind of
Yeah.
like riding on his back. She's got her legs wrapped around him and just kind of holding onto his head, sort of psychically manipulating him forward. Yes. And what little fuzzy? Is that
Little
what you call it?
fuzzy for
Or
Rocket.
little-
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
I
she's a-
love that she can't ever get Star-Lord's name right.
Yeah.
Or yeah. Anyway, I won't say what I was going to say next. You haven't seen it, but yeah.
Okay.
I also love the fact that she's constantly confused by the many different outcomes she's already seen
Yeah.
for
Oh,
everything.
yeah.
Like, you're constantly hearing, oh, this is the one where you do that.
Yeah.
I hope it turns out better this time. Like it's
Yeah.
just it's great.
Yeah.
It's really great. She's
Well,
awesome.
again, it's a testament to this game's dialogue.
Oh yeah.
That
Yeah.
it's so well written and so fun to just listen to all the banter and everything.
And in this section, you really kind of have to listen to the banter
Absolutely.
because there's at least one puzzle in this part of the game where if you're not listening, if you're not noticing what's happening with the conversation branch,
Yep. Well, there are a
you
few.
will be there a while.
That's one of the things. I don't remember if we talked about this last week, but one of the things I like about this game, one of the many things I like about this game, is that if you get to a part, 'cause there are, I mean, I hate to call them puzzles, but there are a few moments where you have to kind of think a bit before you progress, or before a section of the game opens up that lets you move forward. And if you get stuck, they always will have the characters start sort of dropping
something.
hints, or
Yeah.
they don't just flat out say, well, you need to go right behind that waterfall. But, in character, people will start like, oh man, I hope I don't have to go through that waterfall, stuff like that. And there are a couple moments in this section. I think the one you're talking about, CJ, is the fog that generates the enemies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Exactly what I'm talking about.
yeah, where you get to a part and you start hearing noises, and everyone's like, oh, that sounds familiar. It sounds like some monster we fought, and you get to say which one you think it is, And as soon as you do that, they start swarming you, and you have to fight them all, and then it just kind of loops again, and
Yep.
and well, then it opens up a pathway, and you walk through the pathway, and you end up back to the same place. And you guess maybe it's a different noise, and what you end up having to do, of course, is not respond.
Yeah, you can't even say ... I did that once.
Oh, what happens in that case?
Nothing. I had to reload from a checkpoint.
Wait, you're saying
nothing happened.
What? You just got stuck?
Yes.
That seems
that wasn't
weird.
a bug.
That might have been a bug.
It may have been a bug. I went ... and all of a sudden, all of the dialogue that the other characters had been engaging in stopped.
Oh, that sounds like a bug.
Yeah,
I think that might have been a bug.
That might have been a bug. Yeah, but I had to reload last checkpoint, which was there anyway.
If you don't respond or whatever, then you realize that it's a Ghostbusters choose the form of your destroyer kind of thing, where whatever you imagine comes to life and tries to kill you.
Yeah.
And then there's a similar thing a little later on as you're again going through Drax's mind, and you're basically seeing the fantasy that has lured him in, and it's him, of course, reunited with his dead wife and his dead daughter. And at one point you end up fighting Thanos. Spoilers, by the way. We said spoilers already, right?
I was surprised. I was really surprised by that.
Yeah, well, of course. Yeah.
But yeah.
Because in this continuity, Thanos is dead. Drax at some point suggests that he doesn't quite believe it. He thinks that Thanos is still out there. But as far as everyone knows, Thanos is dead. But there he is inside Drax's mind, and you fight him. And as you battle him, you do enough damage to him, and he splits. And there's two Thanoses. And if you keep going, they just keep multiplying and multiplying. And and again, the characters start providing these little audio clues about what you should do, and what you have to do is let Thanos kill you.
Yeah.
And then once you are defeated, suddenly, boom, you get warped to someplace else, and you get to continue on your merry way. But yeah, that whole segment was a lot of fun. Really
Probably
good.
My favorite in the game so far. I'm a little bit past where you are, Phil, but yeah,
okay.
It's been my favorite in the game so far.
Yeah. Kind of sweet, a little touching, where Drax has to have his final moments with his imaginary family, say goodbye to his wife and daughter before he goes back into the real world. It's a little sad.
Yeah.
But,
so that means you guys have played my favorite puzzle in the game.
What was that?
Which was the Don't Worry, Be Happy puzzle.
What was the Don't Worry?
Wait, what?
You didn't? Talking about? I don't know what you're talking about.
Have you not?
I guess not.
Okay.
So
I have had that song play during a battle.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's yeah.
I think at one point
I remember the order of events now, but no, you're in Drax's.
I think there was some character who was humming "Don't Worry, Be Happy." I think
that was the puzzle. You had to move the llama around the. Jesus, you guys! Now I have to go back and check this.
Don't know what.
I'm really curious if this is something, because this should have happened already, because it happens after you realize Drax has accepted the promise.
I don't remember this.
Well, there are apparently a bunch of things that either happen or don't, depending on what you did.
You haven't seen, so I'm gonna say what it is. This, because you guys are past the point that it happens. So and maybe you can tell me what you did. So I had Drax wake, like you're first person from Peter's viewpoint. In bed, right? And just like the game starts, you wake up and Drax is in your face, and he even makes, I think at one point in the game, he makes a joke about how he needs an alarm clock besides Drax.
Yes.
Drax is in your face, and he says something, and he stands up, and his eyes change color.
Is this when he locks you in the room?
When he locks you in the room. How did you get out of the room?
Well, I failed to convince him that I hadn't accepted the promise or whatever.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I had to get out through the hole in the wall that the llama had made.
That's what I did too. Yeah, because
there was no puzzle.
at one point before this, when you
This
go
is
into
incredible. I'm so interested in this.
when you go into your room, the llama's in your room,
Yeah.
and you shoo it out, and then they make a point of this where Star-Lord kind of looks, and there's a poster hanging on his wall, and he sees that there's a hole in the wall
Behind it.
that the llama chewed through.
So it's all Shawshank Redemption.
It is, and he actually he sees it. Right, maybe you have to click on it to look at it, but Star-Lord notices the hole behind the poster, and he's like, "Oh, the llama chewed through my wall. That's how it got into my room." Because your door was closed, so
I didn't see any of this.
Really? Yeah. So when Drax locks me in my room, I just click on the poster, and then you see yourself. I think you're communicating with Gamora or something. She's like, "Where are you?" And you're like,
"Oh, you can call to each other in your rooms."
I'm shuffling through like the walls of the ship, and you actually go through the walls of the ship, and you sneak out of a vent into the cockpit.
Yeah. Okay, so
what happened with you?
Here's what happened in my game.
Okay.
Which this is amazing. Because this is a significant difference.
Well, I mean, think about the flashback scene that we saw that CJ didn't.
That I didn't see, right?
But like, yeah, that's true. But like, okay, so I want to go back and check my save file to see if there's a hole behind a poster, because maybe I just didn't notice it.
Right.
So what happened with me is that, like all 4 of the other Guardians realized that they're all locked in their rooms. And because I didn't convince him either, I got locked in.
Right.
And there was a panel up by the cockpit entrance that the llama was chewing on at one point.
Okay.
Earlier in the game,
which is probably the one that it chews through to get into Star-Lord's room.
Right. So what Star-Lord, I think they were all fighting and arguing, and somehow at some point he starts singing "Don't Worry, Be Happy." I think he's just trying to calm everyone down, and he's like Bobby Farron says, "Don't worry, be happy." And what are you talking about? And then what they realize, because when he starts singing it, the llama comes to his door. The llama's outside.
Oh, okay.
So what they realize between them is that the llama is attracted to good singing and repelled by bad singing. So then you go to a map screen of the main area in the Milano. And you can see where the 4 rooms are. And
are you sure
you choose
this?
No, I'm serious. You choose which Guardian to make sing, and it herds the llama.
Oh wow!
Towards the panel that it can chew to open the doors. And like the reason I love it is it's not that amazing a puzzle, but it's that Rocket and Gamora both suck at singing. So it's almost fun to make them sing just to hear how they sound and hear because they get frustrated and is this even working? This is stupid. Like it's just they get so irritated about it. That's the reason I loved it.
Oh,
and
man.
I can't believe that you guys didn't have to do it at all.
That's
I've been dying for you guys to get to that scene.
The hole in the wall that the llama had chewed out.
Yeah.
For me, it went down to the basement, down where like Groot has all those.
Oh yeah. You know what?
It didn't go to the cockpit.
You're right. I misremembered. You are absolutely right. Yeah, it did. Yeah, the closet.
So cool.
Yeah, it leads down to the closet in Groot's room.
Yeah,
that's right.
Well, now I ended up recording a bunch of that. I'll have to upload it to YouTube and just send you guys the link so you can see what I'm talking about.
That's really cool.
That's incredible.
How crazy that there are these fairly
major
large
segments
of the game that have like funny jokes and character moments that are just completely optional depending on.
Apparently, there's one that happens. So I'm past where you are, Phil, but there's an outcome that either does or doesn't happen based on something earlier. And then also there's apparently something that does or doesn't happen based on whether you pay your fine or not.
Okay. Yeah. I was not able to pay my fine.
Oh, so you'll probably find out because I paid my fine.
Okay.
I paid the fine. So you're going to find out what happens when you don't pay the fine.
I wasted too much money on just on slot machines and souvenirs when I was on Nowhere the first
Art
time.
imitating life.
Yeah, basically. Sorry, I couldn't pay my bills. I bought too many toys.
That's funny.
That's well, Greg, because you're the only one of us who has beaten the game so far. Is
Mhm.
there a new game plus?
Yes.
Oh,
There
good.
is,
Okay.
yeah.
I haven't started it yet because I'm taking footage for it for some videos on my channel.
Mm-hmm.
And when you start New Game Plus, the way it's worded leads me to believe that my ability to access different chapters is going to disappear because I have to start over,
Oh, okay.
basically. And you
Okay.
can't start New Game Plus in a different save slot. There are
Oh,
3
that's
save
too bad.
slots, but
Right.
yeah, so I don't want to do it.
Okay.
But I'm going to. I really want to, but
Yeah.
I just haven't gotten to it yet.
Okay. Oh, that's crazy though. It's a great game.
So
It's a
funny.
great
Jeez
game.
Louise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Say
well, you
it,
know what?
Phil. Say it,
Huh?
Phil.
Say
Say
what?
it.
Say what?
Say what you're gonna say.
I was
Say it. Go.
gonna say that I don't think I'm gonna say what I don't know what you think I'm gonna
I
say,
don't
but
think he's going to say what you think he's going to say.
but I
Okay,
don't
fine.
think I don't think you're expecting. Here's what I was gonna say. So I was playing it. This is where the game has ended up here in the in my household, where I was playing it the other day, and Dana just happened to come downstairs, and she stood and watched me play it for a little bit, and she did that thing where she's just kind of like, getting a drink or something and sort of half watching, and then slowly just stopped getting her drink and is just sort of standing in the kitchen watching me play, and then she sits down at the kitchen table and watches me play, and then she comes over into the living room and just like sits down on the couch, and then she just sits and watches me play for a couple hours, and then she's just like, okay, yeah, I'm invested now. So
It's a very viewable game.
oh, very much.
One of the
Absolutely.
guys that I race with in the GTS league, Ken.
Mhm.
He hadn't picked it up yet, and that was one of the things, because he was saying, I can't remember his wife or his daughter. I think it's his wife. He likes to play games that she can sit and watch. She likes to
Yeah.
sit and watch the games, and he asked
Mhm.
if this was a good game for that, and I was like, oh my god, this is
Oh,
a
yeah.
great game for that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
so much happening story wise.
Yeah. So I had to eventually. I just had to go into the Star-Lord's journal and just
Get her up to speed.
let her flip through it so she could
Nice.
read everything just to see what's going on. And now it's turned into a, well,
Nice.
don't play unless I'm sitting there watching, because
That's awesome.
I'm into it now. So it's like, okay, let's do it. So that's been
Nice.
our evening entertainment, is playing a little Guardians here and there. That's so good. It's so
It
good.
really is. What a shock.
I know.
I'm still I'm still floored by
Pleasant
how
surprise.
this feels like it came out of nowhere
Yeah.
to be like a game of the year contender.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What did you think I was gonna say?
I think that's what he thought you were going to say.
Did you think I was just
yeah.
gonna say game of the year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's certainly on the short list. I'll tell you that.
It's on the short list for me too.
I mean,
It'll
that
be in my
good.
top 5. Definitely.
It'll
no matter
be
where.
It'll probably be in my top 2.
Mm.
I'll
Yeah.
spoil that right now. It's up there. It's a very fun game.
It's really good.
Yeah.
It is.
The only other thing I've barely been playing this week is I've been messing around with this thing a bit. I got the
the Zelda Game & Watch.
The Zelda Game & Watch showed up, and this the counterpart to the Mario one that came out last year. It has 4 games on it. It's got the 2 NES games. It's got the black and white version of Link's Awakening, the original Game Boy version, and a remake of a classic Game & Watch game, Vermin, in this case, with they tweaked the graphics, so instead of just Mr. Game & Watch, it's a little stick figure with Link's head, and instead of I think they were gophers popping out of the ground, now they are little octoroks, and you just move back and forth and bop them with hammers.
That's cool.
And it's really cute. I like that it has Link's Awakening on it, just because Link's Awakening is so good. Let me see here. Ooh, there it is. There's
nice.
635 where you are.
635 at the moment. The watch screen there, you can actually start taking control of Link and run around if you
Oh, nice.
start messing with the D-pad. Also, this was cute on the back. I didn't realize this. Again,
That's the Triforce.
for YouTube people, yeah, there's a little Triforce on the back that is glowing, and when you turn that off,
Oh, neat.
Oh wow, that's
yeah,
cool.
it's there's just a little Triforce embossed into the back with a little LED light behind it, so it glows when you turn it on. But yeah, it's fun. I mean, it's cute. It lets you play Link's Awakening portably and the other games, but Link's Awakening's the best game on that thing.
Zelda 2's on that also, right?
Yeah, well, that's what I said. The two NES games.
Two
You got the original Zelda. You got Zelda 2, and Link's Awakening. I still, and this is a same problem I had with the Mario one as well, is that there's an actual Game and Watch Zelda game.
Yeah.
And it's not on there for some reason.
And it's not on there. I mean,
no.
Granted, that was a dual screen game. It was one of the flip top Game and Watches.
Mm-hmm.
But it would have been neat to
it would have been.
Well, and you know what though? They also had in one of the Game and Watch gallery collections, they remade the original Zelda
did they?
Game and Watch game. Yeah, it was like an unlockable game in one of the Game and Watch galleries.
Okay.
And they had kind of reworked it so it could play on a single screen. So that could have been on there. I don't know why it's not, but still, it's cool if you like old Zelda games, if you like Zelda collectibles. There you go. That's really about it. Oh, CJ, I'm going to show you this too. This showed up this week. I know you're a big Pac-Man fan, CJ.
I am.
I got the gigantic Pac-Man Birth of an Icon book.
Heard great things about it.
Yeah. It is. I mean, it's huge, and it is chunky. It is
chunky.
It's a chunky boy. It's over 300 pages, and just tons of. I've read a little bit of it so far, but it's got it's heavy on text, heavy on some fantastic imagery of just stuff all throughout the history of Pac-Man. So if you are a Pac-Man nerd or a fan of retro gaming history, it's a pricey book. It's like $70 or something like that. It's stupid expensive, but it's definitely worth it. So
I had ordered it from the publisher,
instead
of Amazon, and
right?
They have not shipped it yet.
Oh no!
So apparently, people who ordered it from Amazon are getting it,
which is what I did. Yeah, they got it from Apple. Well, there was also, and I think it might have been exclusive through the publisher. There was like a big deluxe.
Yeah, I didn't get the deluxe
edition
and everything.
Yeah, it came with like a vinyl of the Buckner Garcia Pac-Man Fever song and like a big slip cover and I think a few other little goodies. But yeah, I just bought the standard edition. I do wish. I mean, I'm very glad to have this physical book, but I wish it was available like on Kindle or something, because this is a great book, but this book is
a little unwieldy,
physically large, and it's actually pretty heavy because it's really nice thick cover and it's very kind of heavy paper stock. So it's unwieldy. It's hard to read, just in terms of holding this massive heavy book on your lap and turning these very large pages. So it'd be a lot easier if I could just have it on my iPad to read, but it did not release it digitally for some reason. So I don't know, but that's it for me. So what do you got, CJ?
Alrighty. Well, I've been playing Guardians of the Galaxy and Forza Horizon 5.
Great.
But also I've been spending quite a bit of time with Animal Crossing New Horizons.
Oh, did you get the... Oh, yeah, because you got the new NSO, right?
I did get the new NSO, Nintendo Switch Online,
which comes
expansion
with
pack.
Which comes with the DLC upgrade, right?
Comes with the Happy Home Paradise DLC for Animal Crossing. Yes. So I've been playing quite a bit of that. Really not spending a whole lot of time on my own island, but I've been jumping in and out of Happy Home Paradise. So Happy Home Paradise actually kind of feels like a separate game
Hmm.
within Animal Crossing. You get to it by going to the airport and flying to a separate island.
Okay.
You tell
Is
the
it is it
desk you want to go to work.
is it free? Because didn't you have to buy like a ticket or something to fly to an island in the original
Yeah, it
version?
is free. Yeah, it's
Okay.
free.
Okay.
So you fly to the Happy Home Paradise Island and then start working for Lottie, who's like basically selling houses, selling vacation homes to
Hmm.
various characters that show up on the island. So you like pick different characters that you see walking around the little hub world, and it'll give you like a preview of what kind of home they're looking for. Like, I want a place to hold all my sports memorabilia, or I like race cars, or things like that. And then you basically like invite them to a consultation where they tell you a little bit more about what they want,
Hmm.
and then you will select a place on the map where you can build their house. And once you do that, you fly to the location and you can design the interior and exterior of their homes.
Hmm.
And the cool thing about it is it does give you like a couple of things. Okay, these things need to be in the house. But then it also like opens up a lot of the cosmetics for you to just kind of go wild.
Hmm.
So you can select things that are in the order, so that they're like in the family of things that you should be selecting, but you can select like a lot of things from the catalog that are not suggested or whatever. And as you place things down, like the characters will be watching you, and they'll either like they'll sometimes clap their hands and make little noises like they love what you did.
Hmm.
But yeah, you can basically design their house. So that means placing furniture in this. You can also expand the size of their rooms, and you can also add partitions to the wall. Once you unlock partitions, you can add them to your own house back on your home island as well.
Hmm.
Um, but I'm having a lot of fun with it. Basically, just going character to character and designing rooms for them. And as you do more and more jobs, like Lottie will have you design services for the Happy Home Paradise Island. So the first one that you get is a school. So like, okay, you're going to design this school for us. So it gives you all of the items that you might want to put into like a schoolhouse, and you can order them and customize them and place them in the room. And then you get to decide which one of the island inhabitants gets to be the main teacher
Hmm.
as well. So there are a lot of little like fun side quests like that, and you can buy the Happy Home Paradise stuff as you complete jobs there. You get a new type of currency called Pokey, and Pokey is like bells, but they have
Mhm.
items that they sell in the little realty location that are not
Hmm.
available on the regular on your regular island. So
Hmm.
you can spend that money to buy different things for your own home, or you can buy souvenir chocolates. And the souvenir chocolates, you bring them back to your island, and when you give them as gifts to your island residents, they offer you the option to go to the Happy Home Paradise section and design a vacation home for them.
So you buy them chocolate, you buy
So you
them a
give them the
gift,
chocolate, and they're like,
and
"Hey,
they say, "Hey, thanks. Now
these are
build me
from
a
the
home."
island. These are from the island paradise you're working at, huh? This is pretty cool. I've been thinking about getting a vacation home myself. Do you want to help me out?" And you say yes or no, not right now, and then
So
you fly off to design their home.
so you buy them a gift, and then they make you do work for them.
Yes.
Hmm. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
But I'm having a
Just
lot of
seems
fun
like
with
you're
it.
the one being played.
It does seem that way, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
Seems like
Doesn't
they're
it?
taking advantage of your generosity.
But it's pretty nice because, when you're designing your own house in the Animal Crossing, you
Mhm.
have basically a limited selection of the things that you found on the island or bought at Nook's Cranny.
Right.
And it's not like it's giving you full sets of
Very,
furniture or
very
things like
odd
that.
pregnant pause there between Nooks and Cranny.
Nook's Cranny.
All the things you can get from Nooks Cranny? If you know what I mean?
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
But no, you have to get all the things on the island and buy things in sets from Nook's Cranny. And in Happy Home Paradise, it basically like gives you full sets of things to work with. So
Oh,
it
okay.
feels like you're designing from a much different place as you were
Hmm.
back when we were just playing the game
Right.
around launch, and you had sort of a limited tool set to set up your home. So
Okay.
apparently later on in the DLC, you can unlock the ability to redesign homes on your home island, like your residence homes.
Oh,
So you
okay.
can do the interior of their regular homes as well, not
Oh,
just their vacation homes. So
okay.
pretty cool stuff. But yeah, I'm having a lot of fun just kind of messing around in Animal Crossing, and I'm also unlocking things on Harv's Island as we go, which it sort of sets up a marketplace where the different characters that can show up in your town square
Mm-hmm.
selling things on Harv's Island. Now you can unlock
Kicks and
storefronts for all of those people.
oh, okay.
So you
That's kind
can
of nice.
go and buy things from them anytime.
That's a nice
Okay.
touch.
Yeah. And one of those is Leaf shows up and he's got, flowers and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But also you can pay him to weed your island.
Good.
But apparently I don't have enough weeds on my island to pay him the 100,000 bells
Oh, jeez.
that he'll do it for. So,
Okay.
but yeah, you can do that.
Greg, just for the people who aren't watching this, Greg just left and turned off his camera, and he's still got that picture of CJ that shows up.
I know. What's up with
Cracks
that?
me up.
Gotta figure that out.
Cracks me up.
Alrighty. Well,
he's
anyway,
a fan, CJ. He's just a big fan.
Yeah, apparently so.
Yeah.
That is all that I've been playing. So I guess that means it's time for tweets.
Tweedly-diddly-dee. What tweedly-diddly-dee. Tweet. Oh, tweet.
All right. Let's do this one from Hacker Alias Nar Warrior, who says, "Do you guys ever use grips on your thumbsticks?"
Nah.
Is this like
So
a
any of those
masturbation
things-
thing?
Any of those things that you can add to your Xbox controller or your DualShock that are basically like plastic grips.
Right.
My son does.
Oh, really?
Yep.
I do not.
I do not
No.
either.
No.
No.
Just
Go standard.
Yeah, I mean,
CJ
I use
goes raw.
those. I use those fingerless gloves that.
Oh, gamer gloves.
Yeah. They have like Batman logo and
Mhm.
Sure.
yeah, little neoprene gloves. Keep the moisture in.
That's right.
Yeah. No, I have not. I've tried them before. I when I was at the magazine, every now and again, some company would send you some to, we got this hot new product coming out, and they would send you a sample copy of it, and I
Yeah.
tried them, and I never liked the feel. It just
Me
sort of,
neither.
it's just you get so used to the way a standard controller feels in your hand, and then suddenly, if it's off even just a little bit, just that extra little thickness of rubber just enough to like, this feels wrong. Yeah, so I've never gotten into those.
Okay.
Sorry.
Let's do this one from Acrelius Grim Grinning Guy, who says, with the holidays coming soon, what are your kids asking for this year?
Robux.
That's a big one.
That's all he wants.
They really want an Oculus.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah. Oh, man.
And Happy Home Cat, whatever that thing was you were talking about.
Happy Home Paradise.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to my.
I can't remember the name. I knew it was Happy Home something.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Finn, he does not, he doesn't get into toys, and at the moment he's not really excited about any games that are not Roblox games. He got into what's it called? Kana. Kena? How do you say it again?
Kana.
Kana. He got into Kana.
Bridge of Spirits.
He was very excited about that, and then he played through that, but
Smart
that's
kid.
yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, he just hasn't really gotten into anything else. Uh there's a game coming out from a company I work for that Finn is excited to play, but I mean, he's getting that before Christmas because
Halo Infinite.
Yep, that's the one. But just the multiplayer mode, which is absolutely being shadow dropped tomorrow.
Heard it here first.
It's not true. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's other than that, there's nothing really, because I tried to be like, yeah, is there something you want? No, not really. So
same.
Getting some Robux. So
Robux or mine coins.
Oh yeah.
It's just
is that a thing?
Yeah.
I've never heard of those before.
Minecraft. That's been a thing for a while. That's I mean, yeah, you probably just don't play a lot of Minecraft. But yeah.
My kids used to a lot, but they just never they don't ask me for
in-app purchase
game bucks.
Right.
For the most
yeah,
part.
no, they've had that game monetized like that for a while now. Just buying like extra skins or texture packs, or well, they even like when they do like some of those big crossover stuff, it's like, oh, here's a Star Wars world, or here's a Adventure Time world.
Super Mario.
Yeah.
I think that was free with the Switch version though.
Yes, and it's probably not in the other versions.
Oh, that's true.
For
obvious reasons.
Fairly obvious reasons, but yeah, those all cost a few bucks each. And of course it's you got to buy although I think you can just buy them straight now, right? Yes. I'm not sure. You like if you wanted to buy like the Adventure Time world, you could just buy the amount of mine coins.
Oh, can you? Oh.
I don't know. I don't know. Finn he's kind of drifted out of Minecraft for the time being. So
see, Charlotte drifts in and out of Roblox and Minecraft and other games as well. She'll be back on Dragon Quest Builders 2.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Him and all his little buddies, they're all super into Roblox. So
yeah, my youngest is still into it.
There's a handful of games, individual Roblox games that they bounce back and forth between.
Yeah. Let me ask you this, Phil.
Yes.
Does Finn play the Squid Game Roblox game?
No, he has not. He's mentioned it.
Yeah.
And he's mentioned, oh, I want to watch Squid Games. I want to watch Squid Games because the Roblox YouTubers I watch talk about Squid Game, and we're just like, no.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think so. It's not appropriate.
Let's give it a few years, dude.
Yeah.
We can watch it
on
then.
Put that on the to watch later list.
Exactly. I mean, you had fun watching Stranger Things. That's good. I'm glad. But we're gonna hold off on this right now.
We put on Charlotte is in the same boat where the YouTubers that she watches have been talking about it or playing the Roblox Squid Game.
Right.
So we threw it on the other day.
Who's we?
And me and my wife and my daughter.
Wait, you actually watched some of it with your kid?
And
you didn't vet it beforehand?
No, wait. Hold on.
Okay.
No, she just watched it 3 times already.
Yeah.
It gets to like the first scene where there's going to be something violent that happens, and I shut it off before anything actually.
Okay.
So you saw the opening
we're not
credit.
watching that. Yeah. Saw the opening credits, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
But he hasn't played the Roblox version of it. It just doesn't interest him.
Okay.
He's more interested in watching the show than playing the game.
I see. Well
Yeah.
then. All right. Let's do this one from Acreli's Captain Logan, who says, with leaks of 2 Microsoft Studio games in development and talk of Halo Infinite releasing on the 15th, are leaks more prevalent in today's gaming atmosphere compared to the magazine days? How do you feel about leaks now versus when you were writing for magazines?
I mean, I would say they are just because of how much more ubiquitous the internet is, which makes me feel
Yeah.
old.
Well, like when
Yeah.
an event, when some Nintendo Direct or a State of Play leaks or whatever, like you can do that on the internet because it's going to happen in the next few days.
Mhm.
Like
Right.
with magazines, it was like, well, for a month out from
Yeah. If I leak this, nobody's going to know about it for 8 weeks.
exactly. Yeah. So a little different
Yeah, they're
than
more
back in the
prevalent
day.
now. I
Yeah.
guess yeah, what you're saying makes more sense. They propagate more quickly.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. And
And
sometimes they're
CJ's not
correct
just
and
making them all up.
sometimes they're correct and sometimes they're not. Though, right? Like well, Emily Rogers, how many times has she talked about Metroid Prime being released on the Switch at this point? Is that
Right.
a leak or is it one of those,
That's it's a quarter man. You say
wishful
something you
thinking?
want to be true, and eventually, if it does become true, fantastic.
Mm.
I called it.
Wishful thinking.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. I think leaks are fine. I don't know.
I sure, I like them.
The Halo 15th one, I really wonder if that was ever a thing that was going to happen or if that was just wishful thinking.
Hmm.
I guess we'll find out tomorrow.
I guess that's the thing, right? Is like we were saying earlier, it's so many of these turn out to just be wishful thinking, but for some reason they gain a life of their own and
Yeah.
somehow gain
Switch Pro.
credibility.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Switch Pro. Or Game Boy Advance coming to Switch, or any of the things that people want to happen on the Nintendo side of things.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's wrap it up with this one from Hacker Alias Benjamin Rivers. Hey, I know that guy. If you had to make the call and video games could forever only be delivered via one of these media, disc, cartridge, or digital download, which would you choose?
Scantron sheet. Just a giant pile of
Yeah.
paper cards that you feed into a machine.
I had
maybe-
study
maybe-
hall in the location where our little Scantron like checker thing was.
Yeah.
And it was always funny when teachers would come through, like it would be, they'd run a sheet through, run the key through, and then start running students' stuff through.
Mm-hmm.
And normally be like one or two whatever sound effects as it's marking things wrong. And then you get to the one where like everything is wrong. It's just like you're like, oh damn,
Oh,
somebody really screwed
yeah.
that one up.
You
It's
know
weird
what
that I
one
don't
of-
even know what Scantron is.
What?
Never heard of it.
You never took a standardized test where you had to use a number 2 pencil to fill in a little bubble?
Oh, is that what that's called? Scantron?
Yes.
That's how
Well,
they
there
mark.
were ones that were like, it was
That's
standardized
the reason I
testing.
couldn't draw outside the circle.
Yes, because a machine reads those.
Yeah, machine.
No, I
reads
knew
them.
that, but
Yes. But yeah, I'm assuming Scantron is a name brand. Probably like a
It's a brand,
Xerox
yeah.
situation. Yeah.
Yes.
A Scantron brand standardized test. So yeah, I went to a rich school, so we always used the name brand Scantron forms.
Not Scabtron. That was
No.
completely different
Scantech.
testing solution.
They're just as good.
Scantech.
So,
Scantech from Panaphonics.
All right. So disc, cartridge, or digital download?
e-reader card. Swipe them.
Digital download.
Yeah,
Waiting to
if
answer.
I had to choose, I'd have to say download.
Digital.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that you guys say digital.
Well,
Then
I
you
mean,
don't get your physical copy.
I've been all
Don't get your
digital this
physical.
generation.
yeah, man. If it had to be one,
Yeah.
it had to be one.
Convenience of digital download is
Yeah.
Damn good.
I mean, Kart, as much as I love Kart, I mean, that's just, it doesn't make sense for modern games,
Storage.
obviously.
Yeah.
Can't
Unless
have
you
that.
want Neo Geo type prices in
Hmm.
your games.
So if you were to release, let's say, Guardians of the Galaxy
Uh-huh.
on a cartridge,
Yeah.
how big would that cartridge be? I mean, physically.
Well, what
Yeah.
is it? It's a 4650 gig game.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you could just put it on like a USB drive inside a cartridge, so it doesn't really have to be
Yeah.
excessively big. It could just be,
I guess.
it could be that, I guess, just
Yeah.
because
Digital.
technology gets smaller. You know what I mean?
Over time.
Yeah.
Uh,
This premise has more faults than San Andreas.
Wow. There it is. Rule of
and
three.
it comes right back around.
Yeah, there you go.
I think that means we got to end the show here. There's really
Okay.
nothing more to say.
Okay.
Alrighty, and that is our show for this week. Thank you very much for listening. If you have a question for us or would like to comment on something you heard, you can direct that to @P1 Podcast on the Twitters, or you can go to our internet website at player1podcast.com, where you will find blog entries about Sega CD stuff from Mr. Greg Seward.
That Neo Citron's kicking in.
You will find Generation 16 episodes as they occur.
Yep. Still working away on the new one. Slow progress, though.
I see. And you will find show notes and links to all the things that we talked about, and a link to our Discord server where we can discuss this episode with us and our other listeners.
If you would like to subscribe to the Player One Podcast, you can do so by visiting player1podcast.com or by loading up your favorite podcast listening app. We're also on Stitcher Radio or on Spotify. You can like us on Facebook. You can watch video archives of our show on the youtubes.com/P1 Podcast, or you can watch us live most weeks on the YouTubes, the Twitters, the Facebooks, the Twitch.televisions. Follow our Twitter account @P1 Podcast to find out when we are doing our next live show. Typically, it is Sunday nights. It is at 5:30 Pacific time. Join us, won't you? If you like what you've heard, and how could you, you can head over to patreon.com/P1 Podcast. Throw a few shekels our way to keep our show afloat. You know, keep us streaming every week. Keep us putting the podcast up on the internet, which there's CJ handles all the money stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it helps us. It helps us very much. And you know what? If you are a Patreon friend of the $5 tier,
cheap,
you gain access to a special bonus episode every week. We record it right after this. We play games, crack wise, having fun, doing all the stuff we can't do on the regular show. CJ, do we have? Oh, you're here.
What is it?
You're here.
Yes,
Oh, good.
CJ.
Good. Do we have a game this week?
We do.
Yeah.
We have a Jeopardy game.
Oh.
Called Potent Lyricals.
Oh no. Songs?
Essentially a whole game of potent quotables with song lyrics.
Song lyrics. Are these video game song lyrics? Or are these like
I
real
don't think
songs?
so.
I feel like probably not.
Oh man.
So.
This could be is it like
be interesting?
Is it like modern day music? I don't know music.
We're gonna have to find out. We'll find out soon enough.
Was this sent in from a listener?
Yes.
Who sent it in?
Zach Miller.
Oh, thank you, Zach Miller.
Yeah.
My gosh. Well, that'll be great. Please join us. I hope Greg's sleepy time tea
I'm telling
isn't.
you, it's
oh
kicking
boy.
in.
Okay,
We got to
so
do this fast.
It's gonna be me and CJ. Well, join us for that, please. And you know what? If you have a couple bucks left over, head over to patreon.com/generation16 to help support Greg Stewart's outstanding, and it is outstanding web series about North America's favorite second banana.
Thank you, Philip.
Genesis.
Thank you. And if you are a supporter of the $5 per episode variety,
also cheap,
you get access to the weekly commute of vlogs where I talk about the creation of the episodes. This lately talking about what's holding me up on the latest episode, asking for help.
Uh-oh.
and that sort of thing. No, yeah. Anyway, yeah, and other stuff too. As in, as an example, this week I got access to a way to watch my laser active games in 3D. Just
Oh,
pretty
really?
excited about. So I demonstrated that.
Wow.
Yep. So yeah, stuff like that. It's pretty
Cool.
interesting. It's pretty cool. People seem to like it. So please consider supporting the show.
Excellent. And
Cool.
well, I guess that's it. Thank you, CJ.
Thank you, Phil.
Thank you, of course. My goodness. And Gregory,
Yo.
thank you as well.
Night night.
Wow.
Night. And of course, thank you to you, our wonderful, wonderful listeners, every single one of you. Please remember, as always, take care of yourselves, your family, your loved ones, your friends. Wear a mask, get a shot. My kid got his shot yesterday. His first shot.
Hey, my
yesterday.
daughter as well.
So
Also
yeah.
yesterday.
Yeah.
Don't think it's available for kids in my country yet.
Oh, really?
No.
Well, hopefully it will be soon. He was very very excited. So he handled it quite well. He's not a big fan of needles. And who is?
I was gonna say
Yeah.
that always strikes me as, I get it because my oldest is the same way, but it still always strikes me such a weird thing to say. It's like, really, who is a fan of
I know.
getting a needle? Like,
Oh yeah. How many you got?
yeah.
Just shove them all in. I'll leave them in there. I'll wear them home.
Mm.
But
Exactly.
no, he was fine, and it was very cute. After we got back, he was playing with one of his playing Roblox with one of his buddies
Buds.
and his buddy's little brother. And they were getting their shot. I think they might have been getting their shots today or something. And the little brother, who's like 5 maybe, was very scared because he doesn't. And Finn was reassuring him, oh no, it didn't hurt at all. It's actually
Aw.
really easy. I was like, oh, that's sweet.
Makes you proud.
helping out your buddy's little brother
Yeah.
to not
Yep.
be scared. So yeah, it was very cute. So
Nice.
yeah, we'll see everybody next week, I hope.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.